Hello from sunny Madison. This is Nate Riesen with Jon Lancaster Toyota, Madison, Wisconsin. Today I'm going to show you the 2011 Toyota Highlander. This is a quote-unquote base car with the V6 engine and four-wheel drive. I call it base because it is the Highlander. We don't call it a base in Toyota land, we call it Highlander. But that's confusing, so it's Highlander base. But they created what's called the tech package for the 2011. And really, that makes this car more like a Highlander SE with cloth. The three main differences between this and an SE would be the SE has leather and heated seats, it has a power moonroof and a power rear door. Those are really the options that differentiate this from the SE. Pricing wise, this is about $2,000 less. You'll see that this guy has the same 17-inch aluminum wheels that the SE has. They have all the new chrome garnishes on the car, including that strip underneath the door. It's kind of a two-tone car in the sense of the upper body panels are painted, but the bottom is not painted. It's black plastic. And that's very similar to the new RX, where the bottom is a black plastic, and it's really for scratches and stones more than anything. But it actually looks really cool. If you see this on, say, a white car, so we have a Blizzard Pearl color, obviously the top half is white, and then where that chrome stripping is and below is black, and it looks really nice. But this is a base model with tech package, and that's really cool because you get all the features that you'd expect on the SE over here, with exception of those four that I mentioned. That means on the base car, I can push a button and open the glass hatch. That means I get the roof rack, which is not on the base of this Highlander. But I can push the button, open the glass hatch, I pick up the moonroof. On the front of it, I pick up fog lights. When's the last time a basic Toyota had fog lights? It's been a long time. I'm going to get inside here and show you some things that were added because of that tech package. And then I'm going to spend a couple of minutes on the radio. The radio is really, really cool here. But let me show you some of the cool cargo ability things that we have. You know, this thing competes with vehicles like the Pilot. GM's got 4 versions of the Acadia. I don't know. Every brand has a different model. So it competes with things like this, but this is smaller than those, and this is intentionally smaller. When everybody else went bigger, we went bigger from our previous model, but we stayed a little bit smaller. We've got a usable third row seat. But we didn't get it. We didn't turn into a behemoth, and we did that intentionally. We did that for MPG. We did it for drivability, and we really wanted a luxurious, kind of a mid-size sport utility built on a car chassis, and that's what they really gave us. This thing is very nice. So open that glass hatch. In the back of it, you get the handles on the left side of the cargo space to lay the third row seats down that you find in the SE and the Limited. So when I reach and grab that, what happens is the second row seats goes down flat. Now, like all Highlanders, I've got the center console in place, but I can also put a center seat in there. And when the center seat's in, you've got a bench across the second row. Hidden underneath here is a new 50-50 split fold third row seat. The 10 didn't offer this, but we obviously have it here in the 11. This is such a nice thing because if you don't need that full seat, you can retain some of your cargo ability. We couldn't do that last year, but we can now. Obviously, Toyota being who they are, we put some headrests on here. Who they are in terms of a brand that builds very safe cars. So we put a headrest on the back for your safety. There's 3 rows of curtain airbags. So it's one airbag. It covers all 3 rows, deploys from the roof line straight down, and it protects you inside impact or roll. So moving past them a little bit, go to the second row. You get rear climate controls. And that's sweet. Not only is it rear controls, but as I shoot up to the ceiling, I've also got a vent in the second and the third row. I have heat vents that come from underneath the 2 front seats. And I've also got vents for the third row that are kind of in the corner there. You can just barely see them. There's not much lighting here. But that's 3 rows of vents for air and heat both, so this will be comfortable in the wintertime. Plenty of legroom in the second row. The armrest is still holding that second row up, but that's great. When you're using the console, that second row is captain's chairs versus having just a, bench seat without the ability to have that flexibility in seating. That's pretty cool. So our climate controls for the second row. Get up front here a little bit, and I want to point out a few things. This again is the Highlander with tech package. So we picked up radio controls on the steering wheel. We have Bluetooth phone controls, so you can make phone calls, make and receive phone calls just by pushing the button once your phone is synchronized. There's a display button because this has the multi-information display that'll tell you MPG information, and it also gives you a backup camera. This is the base model, but that backup camera is part of the tech package. We have our new updated stereo, which is part of the tech package. It's AM, FM, XM radio with 90-day trial. It has a USB port so you can plug in, charge, and control your iPod. There. It has a standard auxiliary audio input. But again, if you wanted to plug in your iPod, this will control it. So meaning we can change tracks with the steering wheel audio controls. We can use the radio controls here to go through your playlists, your artists, your songs. Every menu that's on your iPod, you can get to it from the stereo. That's pretty cool. Now a lot of people have an iPhone, they have a BlackBerry that have MP3 players built in. This will receive streaming audio from those devices. And what that means is, you've got a Bluetooth profile that supports it. You can hit play on your iTunes on your iPhone 4 and wirelessly transmit the music to the car stereo. There's no need to use a cable. And if you're also hooked up Bluetooth for hands-free cell phone, when a phone call comes in, you can just hit the off switch. It'll pause the music and mute the radio, and away you go. We did some interior changes here. You can see that on the silver of the steering wheel. Everything looks like it's a bit higher definition. It stands out better. All those buttons at night they're illuminated, so they're easy to see. See if we can get up here without the sun washing us up. We'll have LED illumination, which is very nice. So when the headlights are on at night, that LED illumination is called ambient lighting, and it just lights up the center stack here so you can see the shifter, the USB port, find the knobs for the climate control, and your 4 cup holders up front. That's pretty cool. So that is a quick look at the 2011 Toyota Highlander. This is a V6 all-wheel drive in basic form. He's equipped with the tech package, and just a quick review. That was the tech audio, which gave us Bluetooth for a cell phone, gave us Bluetooth streaming audio, gave us a USB port for an iPod, XM radio with 90-day trial, gave us a power driver's seat, backup camera, multi-information display, which is where the backup camera is shown, plus MPG information. On the outside, it was the glass hatch that opens. Reaching inside the cargo bay, we had the handles to lay the second row seats down. Fog lights up front, and roof rack on the top of him. We walked past them, but if you noticed, Toyota changed the Projector halogen headlamps, which are really nice. It's basically bringing headlamps up to, I don't know, I don't want to say, too soon of technology, but, we'll call it, we're bringing headlight technology up to 2011 standards. But it's a normal halogen headlight, and they put glasses on it to focus the headlight to get better low beam light performance. LED taillights out back are very nice because when you hit the brakes, even driving in fog, people see those. They're very bright. It's supposed to last a long time, to the tune of 15 years. So they should last a long time. They're very bright, and that's good for safety. So there you have it. That's a 2011 Toyota Highlander, V6 all-wheel drive with tech package. If you have a question, send me an email or give me a call. Nate Riesen, Jon Lancaster